Okay, let's catch up on a couple things. So, in the previous video, I mentioned I'll wait for the air traffic. So, I think the first thing I want to talk about this morning is how we're going to do the engine on the Sparrowhawk. And I've ordered a Williams Brothers Wasp engine. I'm going to dress it up like we do, and then I cut out the kit provided cowling and motor assembly. I cut the well, here you can see it. I cut the faux cylinder heads out, and that'll be discarded. So we have is a cowling like so, and then we have the front portion, the engine cover, and this fits nicely over the motor that I have, the motor left over from the Lockheed Air Express build. Testing that on the engine, it fits. All I would need to do to get a perfect fit is cut away. Let's get this situated the right way here. There is a top middle on this thing. I just have to remember where it is. Alright, it's somewhere about, well, let's get this thing centered onto the pin there. Okay, so here, if we just slice away this area, it'll fit over the oil pump. And the other thing standing it off is I made part of the air intake for the Air Express was located right here. So on the other motor, it won't have that feature. So we'll just need to notch out for the oil cleaner. I could omit the oil cleaner altogether since there is a cover on this and then a cowling over that. Right here you can kind of see how this motor is too small. It's not 1/12 scale because I inserted the pistons into the crankcase to make it fit the Air Express model, which is not 1/12 scale. The motor kit is 1/12. This kit is approximately 1/12. So when we build the motor out to its actual diameter using the instructions and building it to the instructions, it's a good 1/4 inch larger diameter, which will fit neatly inside of the cowling about to there all the way around. Also, we're going to have it mounted about this far out, pretty much centering the cylinder heads inside of the sides of the cowling. I don't know if this picture is clear or not. So it'll sit something like this, which is just about right. And then we'll have a motor that looks right. And the other reason I wanted to do this motor and discard the dummy motor is because so much of the engine is visible around the fuselage here. The cylinder heads are, I mean, they're clearly visible. And with this, no matter what I did with this, I just wasn't going to get a nice detailed engine look. Yeah, I mean, I could spend hours trying to dress this up, half round dowel and wrapping them with wire or whatever and trying to make a, but instead I thought, well, let's just get another motor and dress that up and make it a real, because on every radial engine aircraft model, it's just the prominent feature of the model itself. It just makes such a difference. If this is hocus pocus, if it's this, you know, out here, even dressed up, it's still inadequate, right? It's not gonna do it. So we'll get a proper motor hanging off the nose, and then that'll make the rest of the kit stand out too. When we dress up the cockpit, dress up the motor, get everything smooth, that's what makes the difference. So, all right, so that's what we're doing. We're going to put a decent motor in front of us, build it up. We'll need a larger prop than this. It's actually too small for this kit. We need more like a 9.5 inch, maybe even 10-inch prop. Also, on the wheel skirts, wheel pants, whatever you want to call them, the fairings, I added birch ply strip inside, and that's just to give the glue and the wire cores something to stick to. If it's just plastic in here, the metal doesn't glue up to plastic very well. But with this in here, now when we insert the landing gear legs into this, there'll be something to go to, and also I can sandwich. Once I get that all in place, I can take another piece of probably just balsa. We'll use balsa grain running this way so that it'll bend and conform with that, and then we'll just press that against those wire core, the part of the wire that's inside of here, and clean that up. And with the wheels on, I mean, nothing even comes close to that. You can see how the wheel standoffs, if I can rotate this, are way out here, so the side of the wheel never comes close to anything in here, and because it'll be painted, nothing will be visible in there. So that's just a win-win all the way around. We've got a doubler, kind of a reinforcement, and a surface to glue to, basically, now inside of the wheel pants. Also, these have their first layer of filler. There'll be probably 2 or at least maybe 3 more layers of spackle applied and sanded off to get these right, nice and smooth. It's a way that it looks like one solid blown piece of metal or plastic, if you will. What else? That's about where we stand. So that's your update. More infill has been done. Obviously, much more to do. Currently working on the these 2 cells here, and again we're alternating from side to side. And the next strip to be added will be this same strip, but on the other side of the cockpit, and so on. And we'll go all the way down to this stringer, and then we'll do the rest. And then we'll do top, middle, and bottom center all the way down, and then we'll do the rest of it, just fill in as we go. And again, that's to keep everything straight and prevent any kind of distortion of fuselage by adding these pieces in there, right? And then, as you know, the process, we sand it, we get it smooth, multiple coats of spackle and sanding. It's that big process. So anyway, fuselage is moving along. We're about maybe at 1/5 of our production on just the fuselage alone. Probably at less than 20% of our kit build is done. But we're moving forward every day, and well, with nothing really else to do at this point, I can focus most of my attention on this. So there we are. All right, appreciate your viewing. Thank you. Have a great day.